Hello again from the Mattioli Arena in Leicester, where we have reached the semi-final stage. Ian White, who stunned the favourite Luke Littler the last 32 and has continued to march on, about to take on Cameron Menzies.
Bullseye.
In under the eagle-eyed watch of Dan Dawson.
Well, Cameron Menzies became a title winner on the PDC circuit last year. It was not the biggest surprise in the world. He'd been a player who'd been improving for some time, and his talent was already quite evident for plenty of time before that. Ian White is a proven winner in PDC darts.
80.
He has 13 titles. He has not reached a semi-final of anything in the PDC for 2 years.
140.
He has lost his last 6 semi-finals. He has not reached a final since he last won a title in 2020. It is half a decade since we last saw Ian White in a final of anything, let alone winning.
140.
Is today the day where that wait comes to an end? He's already taken out Luke Littler.
58.
Menzies beat Anderson, mind you.
True, and he's winning the match play.
Exactly.
96.
So it's a fascinating matchup for which Menzies starts favourite.
58.
First to 7 legs in the semi-finals, slightly extended format. James Wade, Mensur, Suljovic, Jose de Souza, Barney, Price and Jose again, the players that have beaten Ian White at this stage of tournaments over the last half a decade.
90.
Cameron hits 90 to leave 95. White, 1 treble combo. That looks a good guide for the 54. He's found it, double 16.
72.
Treble 19 for double. Double now.
39.
Never got started really, and Ian White to swoop here on double 16.
Game
Lovely
shot.
dart. 16 dart break or throw.
In terms of the standard that the 4 players left standing have produced today, there is a clear distinction between Dolan, Menzies, Price, and then Ian White.
123.
Because Dolan's actually been the top performer. He's averaging 99 for the day. Then it comes Menzies nigh on 98, Price on 96.
29.
Not the start he wanted this leg, Cameron Menzies, but Ian White has only averaged around about 92 and a bit over the course of the day, because he has been steadfastly around that 90 mark, apart from one spectacular display which he needed to beat Luke Littler. If he can conjure up those sorts of displays for the next, 45 minutes, he can be a title winner again.
This sort of display, you mean, Danny? Is that the kind of thing you were talking about?
Yeah, that sort of stuff, yeah.
Right. I'm with you. 98 left after 9 darts.
99.
60 for 38. Still on. Definitely on now. Oh,
Game
yes.
shot.
Squeezes it into the bottom corner.
$100. $137.
Ian White was one of the most dangerous players
85.
on the floor for a long, long while. He was one of the most dangerous players on the Euro Tour for a long, long while. There's only a couple of players who've ever reached 4 consecutive Euro Tour finals. One of them is Michael van Gerwen. The other is Ian White. Not even Humphreys or Wright or anybody else has done that.
60.
But he never reached a major final, or hasn't yet. All those major quarterfinals, he only ever reached one semi. But so consistent was he. He's a guy who got in the top 10 in the world rankings, and it was based on performances like this. Because he could do this all day long, Ian White.
100.
Well, he wants 88 here for 2 breaks a throw and a 3-0 lead. Perfect. Double 14. And that has obscured part of the target. It doesn't matter.
Game shot.
What a start this is. From the diamond.
I know you like a narrative, Rod, but do you put any stock in the fact that this is different for Ian White? It may have been a long time since he's been here, but the fact he's done it, and he's done it so much, does that make it easier than if there was, for, say, Cameron Menzies last year when he was doing this for the first time? Winning a title? He's been here, he's done it loads. It just hasn't happened a lot lately.
Does that make it harder then to recapture it? You think that I'm never going to do it again? I mean, you could...
180.
Easier to do something you've done before, though, isn't it? Even if it was a long while ago. Isn't it?
Yeah, I saw how Luke Littler made it so difficult in his first World Championships. It looked almost impossible for the lad, didn't it?
Did better in the second.
93.
Right, anyway. He's looking for 140 here. He won't find it.
95.
But nonetheless, 85, if he returns, it's a big if now.
56 left or
56.
That isn't in.
88.
So the 85, imperative if he wants the 4-0 lead. Oh dear.
45.
To get on the board.
Game shot.
Does do very well. It's a 13 darter. However, he only got that chance because Ian White missed the big number.
Well, Ian White has attempted to take out 85 many times before, Dan, and succeeded on many occasions, but it didn't look any easier that time, did it?
59.
Certainly didn't.
No, it was a visit that really started going wrong and continued to do so.
100.
In any regard, it's got Menzies back on track.
100.
Gowen Price has raced off into the lead against Brendan Dolan, and when I say raced off, he is a blur. He is 3-0 up, averaging 122.
My word.
Steady darts.
Liable to win you a lot of darts matches, I would suggest.
Well, it's certainly won in the first 3 legs. But then again, Ian White was 3-0 up in this one. And he's starting to miss his targets a little bit.
81.
With the extent of the format, it gave Menzies just a little bit more breathing space at 3-0 down, didn't it?
98.
3-0 in a race to 6. Much more of a problem than 3-0 down in a race to 7. And it'll be 8 in the final, of course, as we know as well.
4-0 down in a race to 7 is still bad, particularly when your opponent's averaging more than he was a leg ago, which is exactly what Brendan Dolan finds himself in. Double 16 missed by Cameron Menzies. Now Ian White eyeing up the 1-3-2. Bull, double 16. There's room. But he couldn't find it. The line was good, the weight of dart not so much.
Yeah, Menzies can
60.
skip the bull part of the equation that Dan was just referring to and go straight to double 16. Will he have any success on it? Oh, goodness me. Oh, he could
16.
explode there, Cameron Menzies. Has he worked on his calmness, Dan? You're in the know with the psychology of the game. Has Cameron worked on keeping himself calm? Because there was time that he might have really exploded there.
32.
Well, if he has, I've not seen a great deal of evidence.
Right.
Double 2.
14.
There are not many players who you would think would improve at darts by having a lobotomy. However, Cameron Menzies might be one of them. And he goes 4-1 down in this one. Ian White, 3 up and 3 away as Cameron Menzies rubs on his forehead as if the secrets of the universe are contained within.
May have been applying some form of balm
131.
to soothe. I mean, the attempt at double 16, he had a vicious bounce out, and then he hit double 8 above the double 16, didn't he? It was almost
100.
like some kind of sitcom darts match.
Going Price keeps winning legs against Brendan Dolan, and his average keeps going up. He is now 5-0 up, averaging 123.
58.
Could there be records afoot?
Well, at this rate, he just needs to play a few more legs, and he can average whatever he wants. It's getting better leg by leg.
Well, once it gets to a certain level, it gets harder and harder to keep putting up, doesn't it? Which is what you're suggesting. But you know, when you start finishing legs, the finishing part starts dragging your average down, doesn't it? Even if you start checking out 108 or something, it's dragging your average down. It's crazy, really, isn't it?
Ian White. Is he going to check out the 170? No, he is not.
Come on, Ian.
That is sensible play from the Diamond Ian White, a man who is looking to win his first semi-final in 5 years. Look how quick that is. Cameron Menzies has just chucked in the most casual rapid-fire 180 because he thinks the leg is gone. It is.
Well, that was an incredible passage of play, wasn't it? We saw the epitome of pragmatic play from Ian White, sensible play, mind you, and the epitome of flashy flinging from Cameron Menzies, who hurled 3 darts in there. An attempt on the world land speed record. It must have been, what do you reckon, about 3 seconds?
It was Ricky Evans stuff, wasn't it?
59.
But Ian White, this is an excellent display from him. Averaging 102 right now, the Diamond. Behind his performance against Littler, this is the best we've seen from him today.
Well, he's produced elite level displays already against Littler, as Dan has mentioned, but also here against Menzies in a big semi-final. So it's been an excellent day for Ian White so far. And even if he was to play the final and lose, I think he would file it under E for excellent. Good to see him back playing like this, to be fair.
140.
Absolutely.
You do start to think that these players, once they start drifting down the rankings, will continue to do so until they fall off the tour. But sometimes there is a kickback from these top pros where they do buck the trend and come roaring back up a few spots. Maybe this is what we're seeing from Ian White.
Quite possibly. I think we are seeing Cameron Menzies, if not waving the white flag,
41.
but certainly preparing to, because he is struggling to keep his calm here. He's thrown away a couple of visits. I mean, he tried throwing one away and hit a 180, to be fair.
140.
Tops or 36 left. Tops it'll be. Superb setup shot from Ian White. Cameron Menzies needs this. Oh, wow. Okay. That's,
61.
explain that to me.
I could explain he wants tops Ian White here for sure. Double 10. Menzies
20.
rides again.
Cameron Menzies is not making good decisions. But he has won that leg in 20 darts. He is not doing himself any favours here. But he has managed to get one leg. Ian White is not yet at the finishing line. He still needs 2 more legs to win this game. This game is not over. But I tell you, Gerwyn Price's game is over because he's won 7-0 against Brendan Dolan, averaging 114. That's pretty much 13 darters every leg on average.
58.
There have been matches over the years when a player appears to have considered defeat and has then somehow got himself back into the game, almost accidentally, if you will.
100.
I can tell you the first 5 legs of that game that Gerwyn Price played with Brendan Dolan, he had 2 12 darters and 2 11 darters.
60.
The other was a pathetic 15 darter.
Well, we've talked a little bit about the differences in strategy, whether to play or not to play for Premier League players before their trip to Berlin. Price, I think, will feel his decision to play in Leicester today has been justified to some tune. As Menzies piles in at the maxi.
Yeah, in double quick time as well. Stay
Ordinary
straight.
performance.
60.
That's the bare minimum for Ian White there.
$46.
There's a fair amount of chuntering going on now from Cameron Menzies. Ian White, cool as you like. Double 10. He goes 6-2 in front.
So Ian White, years of experience. He's not even engaging with Cameron Menzies. He is just there to do his job. You may have seen Ian White's demeanour and personality on social media. He likes a laugh. He's a silly boy. He's a small child trapped inside the body of a man from Stoke who's several decades older. But when he's on the dartboard, he is business.
135. $57.
Trying.
Do you think this is helping him, Rod?
Is what helping who, Dan? Sorry.
Is
Menzies helping himself or helping Ian White?
Helping himself.
I wouldn't begin to guess what's going through Cameron Menzies' mind.
89.
Wise.
It's impossible. But you could look at the numbers and find out, are they in any way demonstrably different from when he started to start
43.
the Cammy-like behaviour, or whether they were better before he started? I'm not sure it's made all that much difference. He wasn't playing great beforehand, was he?
Well, I think he's made some questionable decisions
Yes, I agree with that.
because of his frustration and lessened his chances of winning legs and therefore the match.
Well, if you make poor mathematical decisions, it will be expensive in the end.
But they are born out of frustration, are they not?
Mind you, we've seen the world champion make poor mathematical decisions born out of his belief he can hit any target he throws at, and they go right more often than they go wrong, it seems.
I'm not sure every time. However, the 140 will not go. Cameron Menzies is going to have to hope that Ian White makes a mistake.
$60.
Well, they were properly thrown and they didn't find the target, and Ian White wants 77 now. Now he wants double 10.
58.
And that was a match start. Cameron Menzies, can he talk this one in? My word. Everything's difficult. Tops. Oh, it all comes so easy suddenly. They're all shaking their head now. I mean, it's unbelievable, this. It's like Raymond van Barneveld and the Head Shakers have reformed for one last world tour.
Well, Ian White, I'm not sure how impressed he is with the antics. It does not matter. He has got a job to do. And he is focused on reaching his first final in a PDC event for half a decade. Cameron is now not shaking his head, he's nodding it.
Well, it's extraordinary. And if you're playing a match against him, it'd be difficult not to start to notice what's going on. It's all very well saying, just play your own game here and just concentrate on the board, but he's got a Scotsman shaking his head, nodding his head, mumbling, muttering right next to him. How easy is it just to ignore that and keep throwing?
140.
Not that easy, I wouldn't have thought.
Easier than when he was writhing around on the ground against Mike DeDecker in Göttingen the other weekend.
There is that.
But Ian White is going to work here. Leaves a finish after 3 visits to the board.
$134.
Well, I tell you what, it's more likely than not Menzies is going to get back to within 2.
$92.
87 left. Gonna have to utilize the bullseye.
62.
That could be that.
He's already missed a dart for the match, Ian White. He should get at least one more here. It's that 12s route, so it leaves 20 in tops. Can he get past that and into double top?
Game shot.
Yes, he can, and Ian White is a finalist on the Pro Tour for the first time in 5 years. Cameron Menzies started the celebrations and congratulations before the dart landed by the looks of it. But Ian White is through to the final. It's the Diamond versus the Iceman for the title here at Players' Championship 9 today.